You're closer than you think, closer to the life you've always imagined, the fulfillment, the success, the deep sense of peace. But something is standing in your way, and you may not even know it. These aren't just ordinary challenges. They are subtle, powerful traps, designed to keep you from reaching your true potential. Most people never see them. Most people stay stuck, locked in the same patterns, wondering why things never seem to change. But not you. Not anymore. These soul awakening traps are hidden in plain sight, woven into your daily life, quietly holding you back. They could be disguised as habits, beliefs, or even the people around you. But once you spot them, they lose their power. Once you know how to avoid them, your transformation begins. This is the moment that could change everything. But only if you're ready to face the truth. The traps are real, and they're waiting. Are you ready to uncover what's been keeping you from your true potential? Take a moment to affirm your commitment by commenting, "I'm ready." This video is divided into 5 insightful parts, with the final one being the most transformative. Make sure you don't miss it. If this message resonates with you, show your appreciation by subscribing and joining our community on this incredible journey together. The nature of soul awakening traps. Imagine walking through a forest at dusk. You're on a path that seems clear, but hidden beneath the fallen leaves are traps. Some are small enough that you might not even notice you've stepped into one. Others are larger, more painful, and leave you feeling stuck. These aren't physical traps, but rather invisible ones, set by your own mind, by fear, by the past. And the most dangerous thing about them, you often don't even realize they're there. That's what soul traps are. They are the invisible barriers, deeply rooted in your thoughts and emotions, that keep you from fully awakening to your true potential. These traps are subtle, sneaky, and woven so tightly into your everyday life that they become hard to spot. But once you see them, you'll start to understand why you've felt stuck, why personal growth has seemed just out of reach, and why something always seems to be holding you back. What are soul traps, and why are they so dangerous? Soul traps are mental and emotional blockages that keep you from evolving into the person you were meant to be. They don't exist outside of you. They exist within you. Think of them as invisible chains wrapped around your soul, preventing it from expanding. These chains might be made of fear, self-doubt, limiting beliefs, or old wounds that haven't healed. Now, why are they so dangerous? Because they're sneaky. A physical trap is obvious. You feel the pain when you step into it. But a soul trap works differently. It wraps around your thoughts and feelings, convincing you that nothing is wrong. It whispers lies like, "This is just how life is," or "You're not good enough to change." It's a trap that makes you believe you are powerless, when in reality, the power to break free has always been inside you. Imagine being a bird in a cage. You've lived there so long that you've forgotten how to fly. The door is open, but because you've never known the feeling of soaring, you don't even try to leave. That's the danger of a soul trap. It keeps you small when you were meant to fly. Fear of change. Trap. The fear of change trap is like standing at the edge of a cliff, gazing down at a vast, beautiful valley below. You can see the endless possibilities, the vibrant colors of a new life, but your legs feel heavy, and doubt grips your heart. What if you take that leap and fall? What if it's not as wonderful as it looks? This is the essence of the fear of change trap, a powerful force that keeps you anchored in familiar but often unfulfilling situations. At its core, this trap arises from a deep-rooted anxiety about the unknown. Change can feel like stepping into a dark room without knowing what's inside. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and vulnerable when faced with uncertainty. Your mind begins to play tricks on you, creating worst-case scenarios that seem all too real. What if I fail? What if I embarrass myself? These thoughts can be paralyzing, convincing you that staying where you are is the safer choice. Comfort zones, while cozy, can become prisons. They make you feel safe and secure, like wrapping yourself in a warm blanket on a cold day. But here's the catch. Too much time spent in your comfort zone can lead to stagnation. Life becomes predictable, and the spark of adventure dims. You might find yourself going through the motions, waking up each day to a routine that feels more like a chore than a choice. The fear of change keeps you from exploring new opportunities, meeting new people, and pursuing dreams that ignite your passion. This fear often manifests in small, everyday decisions. You might hesitate to apply for a new job, take that much-desired trip, or start a new hobby. Instead of diving into experiences that could enrich your life, you tell yourself, "I'll wait until I'm ready," or "I should stick with what I know." Each excuse is like a tiny chain that binds you a little tighter to your current situation. And it's not just about major life changes. The fear of change can creep into the smallest aspects of your life. Perhaps you've wanted to try a new hairstyle or redecorate your living space, but the thought of change feels daunting. You might even avoid conversations with loved ones that could lead to necessary changes in relationships, fearing the discomfort that comes with honesty and vulnerability. The irony is that change is a natural part of life. Just as seasons shift from spring to summer to autumn, we too must embrace transformation to grow. However, the fear of change can distort your perspective, making you believe that the discomfort of the unknown is worse than the pain of staying stuck. This can create a cycle of avoidance, where you continuously retreat from opportunities for growth. Negative self-talk trap. Imagine you're about to step onto a stage to give a speech. As you take a deep breath, a voice inside your head suddenly pipes up. "You'll mess this up. Everyone will laugh at you. Why did you even think you could do this?" This inner dialogue is a prime example of negative self-talk, a trap that can keep you stuck in self-doubt and prevent you from realizing your full potential. At its core, negative self-talk is a pattern of thinking that criticizes and undermines your confidence. It's that nagging voice that whispers or shouts harsh judgments about yourself, often stemming from past experiences, societal pressures, or comparisons to others. This voice can be relentless, creating a narrative that tells you you're not smart enough, talented enough, or worthy enough to pursue your dreams. The danger of negative self-talk lies in its ability to shape your reality. When you repeatedly tell yourself you're incapable or undeserving, you begin to believe it. It's like wearing a pair of foggy glasses that distort your view of yourself and your abilities. Instead of seeing the clear potential and opportunities around you, you see only flaws and limitations. This negative lens can color every aspect of your life, from your career to your relationships. You may find that negative self-talk often rears its head in moments of vulnerability or challenge. Perhaps you're considering applying for a new job, and suddenly thoughts flood in. What if they don't like me? I'll probably fail the interview. This self-doubt can be paralyzing, leading you to abandon opportunities before you even try. Instead of taking a leap of faith, you retreat into your comfort zone, letting fear dictate your choices. The impact of negative self-talk extends beyond individual moments. It can create a cycle of self-sabotage. When you believe you're not capable of achieving something, you're less likely to put in the effort needed to succeed. This reinforces your negative beliefs, leading to a downward spiral of discouragement. It's like running a race with a weight tied to your ankles. You're constantly held back from reaching your potential. Negative self-talk can also seep into your relationships. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're unlovable or unworthy of connection, it can lead to isolation. You might push others away or hesitate to form new friendships, fearing rejection. This trap can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, where your beliefs about yourself become the reality you live in. Breaking free from the negative self-talk trap requires awareness and intentionality. Recognizing when this voice surfaces is the first step toward transformation. It's important to challenge those negative thoughts, much like you would a friend who was being overly critical of themselves. Instead of accepting self-doubt as truth, counter it with evidence of your strengths and achievements. Remind yourself of times when you've succeeded, even in small ways. By shifting your inner dialogue from criticism to compassion, you can begin to rewire your thinking. Positive affirmations and self-encouragement can replace that nagging voice, allowing you to nurture a more supportive mindset. Remember, everyone experiences moments of self-doubt, but the key is not to let those moments define you. Toxic relationships and influences. Trap. Imagine walking through a beautiful garden, filled with vibrant flowers, their colors bright and inviting. But suddenly, you stumble upon a patch of thorny weeds that choke the life out of everything around them. This is what toxic relationships and influences can feel like: a suffocating presence that drains your energy and stifles your growth. At its core, the trap of toxic relationships is about connections that are harmful rather than nurturing. These are the people who leave you feeling drained, anxious, or unworthy. They might be friends, family members, or romantic partners, and they often come with a barrage of negativity, criticism, and drama. Instead of lifting you up, they weigh you down, much like carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks. You might recognize a toxic relationship by how it makes you feel. After spending time with this person, do you often feel exhausted, angry, or sad? Do you find yourself second-guessing your worth or abilities? Toxic influences can chip away at your confidence, planting seeds of doubt that bloom into insecurities. You might start to believe that you're not good enough or that your dreams are unattainable. This negativity can create a thick fog in your mind, clouding your judgment and making it difficult to see the positive paths ahead. One common form of toxic influence is constant criticism. This could be a partner who belittles your achievements or a friend who only brings up your failures. Instead of celebrating your successes, they focus on your shortcomings, leaving you feeling inadequate. Over time, this can lead to a significant drop in self-esteem. It's as if you're trying to grow a plant in the shade. Without the right support and encouragement, you'll struggle to thrive. Another red flag is drama and chaos. Toxic individuals often thrive on conflict and turmoil, drawing you into their chaotic world. You might find yourself constantly navigating their emotional ups and downs, which can leave you feeling drained and overwhelmed. It's like being caught in a storm, where you're always trying to weather the next wave of drama. This constant emotional turbulence can prevent you from focusing on your own goals and growth. Toxic relationships can also lead to enmeshment, where personal boundaries become blurred. You might feel responsible for the other person's happiness or emotional state, which can create a burden that's hard to carry. This sense of obligation can pull you away from your own needs and desires, leading to resentment and burnout. In many cases, the trap of toxic relationships is difficult to escape because the ties that bind you can be strong. You might feel guilty about wanting to distance yourself from someone you've known for a long time or who is a family member. However, it's crucial to recognize that not all relationships are meant to last forever, especially if they hinder your growth and well-being. Breaking free from the toxic influences in your life requires courage and self-awareness. It involves evaluating your relationships honestly and determining which ones lift you up and which ones weigh you down. This may mean having difficult conversations, or in some cases, letting go of relationships that no longer serve you. Complacency and settling for less. Trap. Complacency is like a cozy, warm blanket that wraps around you, making you feel comfortable and secure. While it might feel nice at first, staying wrapped up for too long can keep you from experiencing the vibrant world outside. The trap of complacency and settling for less often sneaks up on you when life feels stable and predictable. You might have a decent job, a routine that works, and relationships that are good enough. But here's the catch. When you settle for the status quo, you risk missing out on the extraordinary possibilities that life has to offer. At its core, complacency is the absence of ambition or motivation. It's the belief that where you are is sufficient, and there's no need to strive for more. This feeling can lead you to become stagnant, where each day blurs into the next without any significant change or growth. You might start to find yourself saying things like, "I'm fine with how things are," or "I don't want to rock the boat." These thoughts can feel comforting, but they can also trap you in a cycle of mediocrity. Settling for less often manifests as a lack of passion or enthusiasm for your dreams and aspirations. You may find yourself daydreaming about what could be, but never taking action to make those dreams a reality. It's like watching a movie without ever getting up to change the channel or explore something new. The familiar routine feels safe, but deep down, you know you're capable of achieving more. One of the most insidious aspects of this trap is how it can affect your self-esteem. When you settle for less, you might begin to doubt your abilities and potential. You might compare yourself to others who are pursuing their goals with vigor, leading to feelings of inadequacy. This comparison can create a cycle of self-criticism, where you tell yourself you're not talented enough or smart enough to chase after what you truly want. It's like trying to run a race while dragging a heavy weight behind you. Every step feels laborious, and the finish line seems far out of reach. The danger of complacency is that it can lead to regret. When you look back on your life, you might realize that you let opportunities slip away because you were too comfortable to reach for them. You may find yourself wondering, what if I had taken that chance? What if I had pushed myself further? This sense of regret can be a heavy burden to carry, reminding you of the dreams that never had a chance to blossom. Breaking free from the complacency and settling for less trap requires a conscious effort to reevaluate your priorities and aspirations. It involves recognizing that comfort can sometimes be a barrier to growth. To escape this trap, you can start by setting new goals that excite you, even if they feel daunting. Challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Surround yourself with inspiration, people who are actively pursuing their dreams and who motivate you to do the same. Engage in activities that spark your curiosity and reignite your passion for life. Embrace discomfort as a sign that you're moving in the right direction and celebrate every small victory along the way. Living in the past trap. Imagine driving a car while constantly staring in the rearview mirror. It might feel safe to look back at where you've been, but it also means you're not paying attention to the road ahead. This metaphor captures the essence of the living in the past trap, a mindset that can keep you stuck, preventing you from fully embracing the present and pursuing a brighter future. At its core, living in the past is about clinging to memories, experiences, or regrets that no longer serve you. This might involve reminiscing about the good old days when everything felt perfect, or it could manifest as dwelling on mistakes and missed opportunities. While it's natural to reflect on your past, becoming overly fixated on it can create a heavy burden that hinders your personal growth. One common aspect of this trap is nostalgia. It can be tempting to romanticize previous experiences, viewing them through a lens of longing and desire. You might find yourself thinking, things were so much better back then, which can lead to feelings of discontent in your current life. This longing for the past can make it difficult to appreciate the present moment, as you constantly compare your current reality to an idealized version of what once was. It's like holding on to an old photograph, desperately wishing to return to that moment while neglecting the beautiful moments happening around you now. On the flip side, living in the past can also mean fixating on regrets and mistakes. You might replay certain events in your mind, thinking about what you could have done differently. This can create a cycle of self-blame and guilt, making it hard to forgive yourself and move forward. Each time you revisit these memories, it's like reopening a wound that hasn't had the chance to heal. Instead of focusing on your growth and learning from those experiences, you become trapped in a cycle of negative thoughts. Another way this trap manifests is through unresolved grief or trauma. If you've experienced significant loss or hardship, it's natural to feel a deep sense of sadness and longing for what was. However, when you allow this grief to dominate your thoughts and actions, it can prevent you from embracing new opportunities and connections. It's like carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. You might find it increasingly difficult to move forward in life as the weight becomes more burdensome. Living in the past can also lead to resistance to change. If you're constantly reminiscing about what used to be, you may resist new experiences and relationships that could enrich your life. Change can feel intimidating, especially when you're comfortable with the familiar. However, by holding on to the past, you risk missing out on the potential joys and growth that come with embracing the present and future. Breaking free from the living in the past trap requires a conscious effort to shift your mindset. Start by practicing gratitude for your present life. Acknowledge the positive aspects of your current situation and focus on the opportunities that lie ahead. Journaling can be a helpful tool for processing your feelings, allowing you to express your thoughts and emotions in a constructive way. It's also essential to let go of the weight of the past. This doesn't mean forgetting your experiences. Rather, it means accepting them and recognizing that they have shaped who you are today. Consider seeking support from friends, family, or professionals who can help you work through any unresolved feelings or trauma. Breaking free, transforming your life after avoiding the traps. Breaking free from the traps that hold you back can feel like emerging from a long, dark tunnel into the warm light of day. It's a transformative journey that requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace change. Whether you've been caught in the trap of complacency, toxic relationships, or living in the past, recognizing these patterns is the first step toward liberation. The good news is that once you identify these traps, you have the power to reshape your life and create a a more fulfilling future. The journey begins with self-reflection. Take a moment to pause and assess your current circumstances. What aspects of your life feel unfulfilling or stagnant? Are there recurring thoughts or emotions that weigh you down? Journaling can be a powerful tool for this process, allowing you to express your feelings and gain clarity about what you truly want. Reflect on your values, passions, and aspirations. What dreams have you sidelined? By reconnecting with your authentic self, you can create a roadmap for change that aligns with your true desires. Next, set clear intentions for your transformation. Intentions serve as guiding stars on your journey, helping you focus on the changes you want to manifest. Whether you aim to cultivate healthier relationships, pursue new opportunities, or foster personal growth, writing down your intentions can solidify your commitment to change. This act not only clarifies your goals, but also serves as a motivational reminder of what you're working toward. Embrace discomfort as a natural part of the growth process. Change can be unsettling, and it's normal to feel a sense of fear or resistance when stepping outside your comfort zone. However, recognize that discomfort often signals that you're moving in the right direction. It's like a seed pushing through the soil, uncomfortable but necessary for growth. By reframing discomfort as a sign of progress, you can shift your mindset and become more open to new experiences. Surrounding yourself with supportive influences is also crucial in this transformative journey. Evaluate your relationships and seek out those who uplift and inspire you. Engage with people who share similar goals or values, as their encouragement can be a powerful catalyst for change. Positive connections can help you break free from toxic dynamics and provide the support you need to embrace your journey. As you navigate this transformation, be patient and practice self-compassion. Change doesn't happen overnight, and it's essential to acknowledge that setbacks may occur along the way. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, just as you would a friend. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remember that every step forward brings you closer to the life you envision. Additionally, consider exploring new opportunities that excite you, whether it's picking up a new hobby, enrolling in a class, or volunteering for a cause you care about. These experiences can reignite your passion for life and open doors to new possibilities. Embracing curiosity can lead you to discover aspects of yourself you never knew existed, helping you break free from the confines of past traps. Finally, stay committed to your journey. Regularly revisit your intentions and assess your progress. Reflect on the changes you've made and the growth you've experienced. This ongoing evaluation can help you stay accountable and ensure that you continue to move forward. Remember, transformation is a continuous process, and every day presents an opportunity to make choices that align with your goals. Let it be so. If this message resonated with you, please like and share it with anyone who could use some inspiration on their journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay connected with uplifting content that supports you in embracing your true purpose. Thank you for being a valued member of our expanding community.